Hi everyone, hi Mia. So today I'm going to make a video about what I keep in my mobility aids. I thought this might be helpful for some people who are possibly going through the same or similar things that I'm going through, about the things that they might like to keep with them at all times when they're using their mobility aids. So I'm going to start with, this is my walking stick. I spray painted it green and it has a beautiful glittery purple handle. When I use this, I just keep my regular handbag with me. This is my walker. His name is Mr. Cecil. He has a beautiful cup holder with a spot for my phone, and he's covered with celestial type stickers. Inside Mr. Cecil, I have two pouches. I have this one, which has an emergency poncho, a thermal emergency blanket, a small first aid kit with band-aids, Panadol, I think it's called Mitol in America, and things to remove splinters, stuff like that, because I have 4 children. Just some self-adhesive bandage and some tarot cards, because I really enjoy the beautiful art that you see on tarot cards. And on the other side of this, I have just a notebook and some pens and pencils and sticky notes and things like that that might become interesting if I need to take notes, if I'm at the doctor, I'm meeting a doctor at the hospital. I have the ability to take notes. I have a fidget cube, because I get mad anxiety, because when your body's going through the heck that mine is going through, you do. It's not normal. You don't feel normal, and it stresses you out. The second pouch I have is this one. I bought this pouch from Temu. Inside this is basically the things that keep me going. Inside this I have an emergency, or I call it my goo pouch, emergency electrolytes. This pouch is also 100 calories, which is a good thing, because I have to count my calories to make sure I'm getting enough. Because one of my things makes it hard for me to eat. There's very few things I can actually eat, so I'm not getting enough calories. Another illness that I have is makes me gain a tremendous amount of weight, even though I'm not putting in as much calories as I need for a regular person to gain weight. I have electrolyte sachets to make an electrolyte drink. I have sanitary napkins. I have puke bags. So I've got 3 of these. I ordered 100 of these off Temu. So, you can find a few good things off Temu. It's not for everybody, but for people who can't be picky or choosy and have to buy their own medical supplies, Temu can be a really helpful place. And I have my formula. I take formula now because I'm not getting enough nutrition and calories with the other food that I'm eating. It doesn't necessarily agree with my GI tract, but I really have no other choice other than to take that or risk malnutrition, because I'm not entitled, according to my health system in New Zealand, any help or any, I can't get an NG tube, I can't get anything like that, because I'm not losing weight. So I'm not entitled to help nutritionally. So I have to purchase all of it myself. Even though this symptom just absolutely wrecks, this formula wrecks my GI tract. I can't get anything else. Everything else is prescription, and I can't get prescribed help because I'm not losing weight. But hopefully when I see the GI specialist at the hospital and I plead my case, he might see a pattern that my primary health doctor might not have seen and go, holy shit balls, Batman, we need to get you on this, this and this, and I'll order this, this and this test, and we'll get somewhere. So fingers crossed for that. So that is all that I keep with Mr. Cecil. This is my wheelchair. Again, self-funded. His name is Belvedere. Belvedere also has the same cup holder that Mr. Cecil has. They were purchased from Temu. This lovely memory foam seat cushion, again, Temu. We have some awesome coloured spoke guards, Temu. And I have this cool backpack that I got from Kmart. It cost me $18 and it fits perfectly. And I have two little brooches. They are D&D themed. D&D is a lovely game that I like to play because it's something I can do sitting down, and it allows my creative brain to just wander. So in this front pocket of my wheelchair backpack, this backpack always stays with my wheelchair. It never goes anywhere else. I have, again, sanitary napkins. In our house we call it the Steve, because the old adage is it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. But I think that that's horribly archaic, and as a parent of queer children, we call it Steve because Steve deserves to be celebrated just as much. So it's called the Steve in our house. Reusable grocery bag, a emergency poncho, and a first aid kit with the same band-aids, Panadol, some bandages, a thing to remove splinters because, again, for children. I hope that this reaches somebody who finds it helpful, that reaches somebody who has some amazing tips. Other things I think I should keep in my, I was about to say military, wheelchair backpack. Now we're going into the main pocket of my backpack. I have a small sewing kit. I don't know how many times I've been out somewhere, somebody's popped a button, somebody's gotten a quick little rip that would otherwise ruin what they're wearing. Not just my children, but just people around me. I've been at my brother's house and they have a puppy, a Shar-Pei Beagle mix, which is a very odd mix, but it's a very beautiful dog. And apparently she's in her velociraptor stage, so she's between 6 months and 2, so she's in a velociraptor stage, and you know, her favourite stuffy gets ripped, or the curtain gets a little bit ripped. So this I love taking everywhere, and I love to sew. I find it a comforting activity that I can sit and do without exerting too much energy, and it's really good. It's not a thing that's going to aggravate my p.o.t.s or my Raynaud, or it can aggravate my Raynauds, especially if it's cold. I have a pencil case. I love this pencil case. And it's just got your average pens, pencil. I keep something I think everyone should keep in their handbag, especially in a country where you're prone to natural disasters like, you know, massive earthquakes, like we are in New Zealand, is a window chalk marker. If cell service goes down, I can use this. I can write on my window, I am okay. I have gone to pick up my children. I will be back by, if not, come find me type information, or we are all well, or we have evacuated if we're under a mandatory evacuation for anything. I think it's something that everyone should keep in their handbags or their backpacks or what have you. I have more puke bags. These are amazingly handy. I have another one of these pouches, and in this one I have a notebook and pen. In this side, in this other side, I have a set of tarot cards, I have fidget cube, I have paper soap. It dissolves in your hand and it's really good. I have these floss pick things. They're really good, not just for your teeth, but for cleaning in little nitty-gritty corners, getting the muck and dirt out of things. Confetti for emergency happiness. I have a miniature screwdriver set and a set of Allen keys for if I need to do emergency repairs for Belvedere. At the moment he has a few bent bars, so I need to take him to a bicycle repair shop to get it straightened out, because at the moment I can't fold him down. I have a small sewing kit. It's mostly buttons. Just some photographs of family and my children. And so that's everything in this pouch. I have this last pouch here. It's got a lovely platypus on it. My brother's girlfriend sent this to me from Australia. Hi Carol. I don't know if she watches, but again in this one I have a goo pouch that's an emergency electrolytes glucose thing. It's 100 calories. I have another formula. This one is chocolate flavor and this one is 300 calories. And again some electrolyte drink sachets. And that is what I keep in Belvedere's backpack. These things always stay in my backpack. They don't go anywhere else. And it's also really handy if I'm to go shopping. And I have another further backpack pocket. This is where you would stick your laptop, and it's just paperwork I have to get my doctor to sign. So I keep that in there. And it has a little pocket for a drink bottle, but I also use my cup holder. So that is what I keep with my walker and wheelchair. So currently my health it's okay. My hypothyroidism, so my Hashimoto's disease, seems to be flaring up quite a bit. It's not necessarily controlled. I've had to have medication increased twice in the past 6 weeks, which isn't necessarily good, and you can probably tell a little bit less hair here because it makes you lose your hair, the medication. And also just malnutrition in general, you'll lose hair, you might lose your period, things like that. Let's see, Hashimoto's, Raynaud's disease, it's under control at the moment, mostly because it's summer. So we're in the midst of like a heat wave, so it's between 25 and 27 degrees Celsius, which isn't really that hot. But for somebody with p.o.t.s and who has to wear knee-high compression socks all of the time, it is a lot, and I can't really stand the heat too much. Let's see, the chronic fatigue has been chronic fatiguing its best life. It sucks. The other day I had to call my husband home from work and say, look, I can't get up. I managed to get the kids off to school that day, but then I came home and I basically collapsed into bed and said, look, I need help. I'm not going to ask you to come home from work, but I need help. And he came home from work. He just said, you rest, take over. He did a great job. He's just the best. He's the most supportive, amazing, kind-hearted, gentle partner anyone could wish for. And I'm so glad that I have him. See, what else have we got? My anemia, pernicious anemia, is not that great. Because of that, my gut's not absorbing nutrition. So basically all I'm eating now is rice and potatoes in their various preparation. Some days I can eat enough. Some days I can eat about as much as my 4-year-old eats, which isn't a lot because she's a picky eater sometimes. I am a vegetarian, so I don't eat meat, but I'm on a whole bunch of other stuff which is supposed to make up for the lack of iron and things like that. I worry about getting enough protein. Let's see. And p.o.t.s is kind of a bit sucky, but yeah, this is what I keep in my wheelchair. This is my health update. I am just waiting for hospital appointments. So it's got to the point where my doctor, my primary health doctor, specializes in women's health, which I'm glad for because she was the first one to listen to me when I told her the horrible periods I had, and she referred me to OBGYNs at the hospital so I can get spayed and neutered, which I'm excited for. And she got to the point where she's like, I don't know. She threw up her hands in my last point. She's like, I don't know. I really don't know. If I can't fix it with this, then I don't know. I really don't know. This is beyond the scope of what I can help you with. Which is good because a lot of doctors won't admit when they're out of ideas. But I'm grateful for her so much. And I've been referred to hospital gastroenterologists. So when that appointment comes through after that, I'll make a video about that appointment and what's going to happen. But this is what I keep with me in my mobility aids. I hope that it's helpful. If anybody else has some helpful tips or some solidarity stories. I had a beautiful comment with my last video about life with chronic illnesses. This amazing person just told me this story, and it must honestly suck to go through this in other countries where you have to pay for everything, and it's so much. Here, all of our prescriptions, the max you're allowed to pay, because it's in law, is $5 per medicine in prescription. I can't imagine people have to pay hundreds and thousands of dollars for medication. So I'm hoping for some action, and I'm hoping for better situations for people watching. But yeah, leave a comment, let me know your story, let me know what you think would be useful to keep in my mobility aids, and I will see you in another video. Bye.